Hello, World of Tank Blitzers. It's Littlefinger with a full tank review here on the Cheeto SPG, which you see in the garage. It is a brand new Japanese tank destroyer at Tier 7, and it is out with update 6.9. Before we get too far into this review, I must ask you to please hit that subscribe button. I need to get to 10K by the end of the year, as it's a goal I've set for myself, and I can only do it with your help, so please hit that subscribe button. Anyway, here is the tech tree. Coming off of Tier 6, you're going to now have a choice to go up to the Tank Destroyer line. And boy, I'm seeing some really big numbers from the Ho-Ri. So guys, you're really going to want to get up there as fast as you can before that thing gets nerfed. I think it's another overcooked line of tanks. But this Cheeto has proven to be a lot of fun. Having played all of these Japanese tanks, I'm used to it not having much armor, but you can see with this nicely sloped frontal plate and some pretty sharp angles all the way around this tank, it is pretty bouncy. Now, when you first get the tank, it's going to come with an 8.8 gun. And look at this, guys. 145 on the AP pen, 195 on APCR. You're definitely going to want to run your calibrated shells. When you first get this tank, my suggestion is run your first 5 honeymoon battles, and if you have it, use your free EXP to get on up to this 10.5 centimeter guns. And you can see with the way we have it laid out, we are at 2907 DPM, a real nice number for this tier. Moving on down, one thing you'll note here, we've got AP as both our regular and our premium. 215 and 265, very good pen numbers, 310, 280. The only downside is your shell velocity, and we'll get into that here in a second. So could be a little bit difficult in the role of sniping. You've got 10 degrees of gun depression. Now, when I bought this tank, I was automatically upgraded to the Tier 6 engine because obviously I had researched further along. My understanding is this engine here is pretty darn slow. But with the top engine, you've got 45 forward, 18 in reverse, and it is one of the fastest tanks in reverse for the Tier 7 TDs. So I'm seeing a lot of people play this on hills, take the shot, and back on down. 27 is your average speed. Now you can see here I have not purchased the upgraded tracks, and I won't until after I've researched the Ho-Ri. That is just the way I play it. I'll come back and get those later. Now, consumables is fairly standard for me. Repair kit, multi-purpose, and adrenaline. Provisions, the onigiri, the improved fuel, and the white rice. Ammunition, look at this thing. It's got so much ammunition. It really doesn't matter how you set it up. Just make sure you're not buying your premium with gold. You're using credits. And then in equipment, as I said, I am running the gun rammer, getting that up to 2907 because our pen numbers are already pretty good. And it's not really good enough for me to say you need it for the HE 10% bump. I am running a defense system, and again, that is because of my choices there in the provisions. Camouflage net, obviously we get a big bonus here as being a TD, but improved optics, you know, you could get this view up to 271. That's a big number for our tier. I am running enhanced gun lane drive to get that aim time down. Now, as I said before, the shell velocity on this tank is not great. Plus, with AP, you know, you might want to consider this if you sit back a little bit more. But I'm fairly aggressive in this tank, and so that's why I've chosen the enhanced gun lane drive. Enhanced armor, like I said, the armor is actually pretty troll bouncy, so I've gone ahead and chosen enhanced armor. Improved control. This one is a little bit of a toss-up for me. You know, I'm getting a little bit extra on the hull travels. That might keep me from getting COD'd, whereas the engine accelerator is going to give me a little less in the hull traverse, but overall more power and 1 average mile or kilometer per hour faster. But we're running with this for right now. Now again, refined gun, get this dispersion down to 0.285. That's great. You will notice in some of the games I show you there is some bounce on the barrel, and this might become a little bit of an issue, but for right now I am running the refined gun. Alright guys, just a quick reminder here as we get started, hit that subscribe button, much appreciated. Anyway, here we are on Normandy as top tier, and you can see by the barrel of this gun that it's the 8.8. And I just wanted to show you this just so you got a feel for the tank and the pen on it, as I don't think probably too many YouTubers are going to show battles with this gun on it, just because, you know, really it is a big challenge with its lack of pen to be competitive, I think, at especially at tier 8. As you see this Pantera driving on by, I just surely hope that his issue in life is lag. Actually the P43. I just don't get this. I mean, all right, guy. Just do your thing. All right, so here we are. Look at this aim time. Real nice aim time, right? Snap that in there. Right at 200 damage per shot with this smaller 8.8 gun. You can see going downhill, we can quickly get up to our top speed there, 48 kilometers per hour. And I'm just being aggressive in this tank. Obviously, we know the Chi-Ri does not have any armor. As he shows us his side, we can even switch to HE and get a shot in there at 274. Not a whole lot of difference, obviously, with a small caliber gun like that. But poor guy got manhandled, taken out. You can see issues here with the power to weight ratio getting up this hill as their team pushes on over, and oh, that poor P43. I hope you stayed over there because you had lag and you had no idea what you were doing. But anyway, they continue to push even though we're up a tank. And just looking around for a shot, they're all just staying under the radar. Alright, so here you go. This is SPG on SPG as we switch over to APCR. But you saw a lot of red there. We'll come in for another look. Certainly not going to do anything with HE, but the you can see that just all of those angles there make this pretty difficult to pen, especially if you're moving or wiggling side to side. As we come into the final moments of this game, we've got a one tank advantage. And like I said, you know, this is not a high caliber game or anything, but it gives you a sense of what you can do with this tank in the 8.8 gun. We'll come in here and get our first kill of the game. Finish right at 1826 damage. And we did block a couple shots there. Alright guys, so I've got two heartbreakers to show you here. Here we are on Oasis Palm, and I am tuned up with Walkie Talk, who is also in the SPG. However, he is fully stock. So there he is over there. You can see the difference in the barrels of the guns, and look at that, we even have matching camouflage. Isn't that neat? So we'll push on into the desert, and one of the things I do like about this tank is 10 degrees of gun depression, and your gun is actually pretty high on the tank, meaning that, you know, you can get yourself into some pretty good positions, and that's why I'm seeing a lot of people playing this on ridge lines. They peek up over the hill, and then they use that pretty decent reverse speed to back down to safety while they're reloading, or waiting for the enemies to shoot, so that they know that it's safe to pull back on over the hill. And you know, to speak to that, I think that's kind of an art that not a lot of people practice, as the ability to watch the other tanks know when they've shot, so that you can pull forward safely, get your shot off, and you know, kind of count down the number of seconds that they have until they are reloaded. So as you can see here, kind of spread out for the most part. Most of our team came out here to the dunes, and you can see at least half of their team went towards Cap. Now, I am very cautious at this point because there are 2 tanks that aren't even spotted yet. And again, you know, another trait, another skill to make you a better tanker is to know where all of the enemy tanks are and to keep track of them, and obviously keep yourself out of safety by knowing, or at least in my point here, assuming that they're both TDs and they're both camping in the back, right? So we got a 1 tank advantage right now, and going up obviously against a heavily armored TD, Tiger 2, and with our premium AP we can get shots into the side sheep there. Poor old Walkie Talk's on life support with just over 200 hit points left. So I'm going to go back and try to protect him a little bit. I thought that the LTTB might be pushing him, but he is headed up to their stew or meal. So I'm going to try to get into a position where we can get shots on, protect him, as well as Walkie Talk. So here he is. Let's make sure we get him broadside, finish him off, and we've managed to keep the Emil alive a little bit longer. And here we go. Look at this. There are our 2 SPG enemies. Spotted up by our AMX. Long distance shooting, 380 on getting those shots to go in. It was a shame that one misses. A big shame, especially when you see the results of this game. So he's at 825. Now, I'm talking to Walkie Talk, and like, do you think we should push around to the SPG, or do you think we should go back to the Emil? Walkie Talk decided that we should push on around. So since I have all of the hit points conserved, the rest of my team is pretty low health. I'm trying to be aggressive as possible, but I thought that maybe that SPG, since he camped all game, would have gone back to another hiding spot in the far corner. So I do take a bit of a long route to get back into town here. Gives you a good idea of the driving. It's, you know, it's up hills, it's pretty painful. Once you get going, it's not bad. It's not the nimblest, fastest tank out there by any stretch of the imagination. So 3-on-3, it's obviously a close game. Now we know where they are, or at least one of them is, so let's go ahead and get a shot in on him. Second shot at that Tiger, and here comes another defining shot in this game. And this is what I'm talking about. Driving over that little broken wall there did create a good bit of bounce in this gun barrel. I think you might see it again later. Alright, so we finished off the Tiger now. Chrysler is pushing hard. Just gonna try to wiggle, maybe get lucky there on the bounce. Held him up just enough to be able to get a second shot in there. And since he's showing my side, I've switched it over, and I think that might have been a combo between me and Walkie Talk to finish him off. Now, look at this. I have no idea where my shot went. It must have gone under him. And again, bouncing, and we get that shot to go. But unfortunately, we are now down to a one shot on this tank. Walkie Talk's got the small gun, so he can only do 200 damage. I'm at 300. If I get a nice roll, I should be able to finish him off. So, kind of wanted Walkie Talk to go around, but we've only got 30 seconds. So I pull forward and I take my shot. And where did that one go? So we've missed a couple crucial shots. He's now shot at Walkie Talk. Give me a good roll. Give me a good roll. What? Did you just... It wasn't even where I was aiming. It went high. Alright, we got another chance. We get the shot in, but we leave him with 9 hit points. 3,700 damage, 4 kills. Mastery, loss, devastation. But, hey guys, I am not going to complain about it. That is a fun game, and I'll take that every day and have a 0% win rate over some of the lopsided BS games that I'm having lately. And for the last game, it's Dragger, haha, fellow Cruel member, and he's got another heartbreaker here. Castilla obviously offers up some decent camping positions for tanks, TDs, yep. So he's going to get started here by climbing up the hill. And up we go. I had a game very similar to this just today, and kind of sat right here while their team pushed the windmill, and my team just kept on going and kept on going. You can see the gun is very accurate. I think it sits in a nice sweet spot of doing a fair amount of damage with a pretty short reload time. So I think you're going to see some pretty big damage numbers coming off of this tank here in the early weeks. Alright, is he spotted? Yes, he's spotted. He gets another shot. Does he stay there? Oh, yep. He is staying even though he is spotted. And there's the bounce. Fall off the hill. Combo. Should get extra points for that. Being very patient here. I'm not sure I would still be up on this hill at this point in time. Oh, that was unlucky. Spotted again. Another bounce. Look at this.
That one didn't go through.
They're down 2 tanks now, and he's rushing this Type 58, obviously with a lower tier.
Enemy is hit.
Oh boy, he's gonna have problems penning him. I like this work here, backing up to this rock. Don't let him COD you. Use that rock to scrape him off. Perfect use of hard cover there in TD play, guys. Alright, look at this damage. He's up to 2,300 already. This is what you call a team that doesn't help you.
Enemy armor is destroyed.
3 kills. Yeah, and the ARL is taken out. Cheeto's playing it smart over there. Oh, and he sneaks around, but he gets the last second shot in. Cheeto showing too much of the front there. Trying to get cute and bait a shot. Here comes AMX, AC-46. That was a horribly low roll there. How unfortunate. I think that was 257. He's not going to go past, but the Nameless had just enough of him on the back of the bridge there. 6 kills, 38, 35 in damage. What an effort. Again, super fun game. I'll take that all day long, guys. So if you've got any fun, exciting games like that, please send them over to our Discord channel. Remember, again, hit that subscribe button. And in these quarantine days of ours, have fun out there. Stay safe. Get educated. Not fingered. Littlefinger out.